This is the fourth part of the series, Decoding the Top Secrets of Human Nature. For your convenience, if this is your first time encountering this content, it's best to watch the previous videos. Part 1. Decoding the Truth About Human Nature, a perspective from history to modern society, to explore the essence of humanity. Part 2. Decoding the Truth About Human Nature, digging deep into the good and evil of humanity. And Part 3. Decoding the Truth About Human Nature, seeing through the essence of romantic relationships. I'll include the video links in the comment section. This content can help you see through the true nature of everyone around you. In this fourth part, I will discuss how to leverage human nature to build wealth and advance your career. Please listen carefully, as this knowledge could dramatically transform your position and social standing in society. In society, the most critical skill for standing firm is understanding human nature. Knowing people is the key to success in all aspects of life. There are two types of money that are easiest to earn. One is money made by exploiting human weaknesses, and the other is money made by tapping into human strengths. Those who understand people will understand money. The flaws of human nature are the very source of profit. Greetings to all of you from Thuit Conan. In truth, opportunities to make money have never diminished. It's just that the demands on your mind have increased. There's a 1995 film called Seven that lists 7 human sins: pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, lust, and gluttony. These are innate human traits, the very things all religions urge us to avoid. However, the basic logic of business runs counter to religious logic. Business thrives by exploiting and even amplifying these human flaws to create legendary success. Dating websites capitalize on your lust. The finance industry exploits your greed. The food and alcohol sectors feed your gluttony. Online shopping preys on your laziness. Flexing communities tap into your pride. And the gaming industry harnesses your envy and anger, letting you vent real-life frustrations through virtual worlds. Every business leader is a master at exploiting human nature. It's the flaws of humanity that fuel profit. For example, if you're drawn to beautiful women, your phone will keep showing you images of stunning women. If you love singing, you'll see performances by hidden talents. If you crave wealth, you'll encounter economic speeches that ignite your ambition. Your nature is laid bare before these business masterminds with nowhere to hide. Whatever you like, they'll give you more of it, filling your time and attention until your phone overflows with the things you love. If you want to fall into depravity, they'll let you sink, never to return. If you want to improve, they'll keep you moving forward. This dynamic makes the strong stronger and the weak weaker. In reality, every day you live within someone else's design. What you see daily is what they want you to see. Those who truly set the stage are masters of human nature. This world, at its core, is just a game designed by humans. Will you choose to be the one controlling the game or the one being controlled? Ordinary people see someone leisurely sipping coffee and think, how can I become that relaxed person? But the masters think, how can I become the one selling coffee to them? The type of people you study daily determines your fate. Frankly speaking, this world is like a casino with only 3 types of people: the architects who design the game, the house that runs the tables, and the gamblers who place bets. The vast majority, 99% of humanity, fall into the third category, while the remaining 1% split between the first 2. And within that 1%, only 1% are true architects. To help you understand better, I'll give an example. All business people follow 3 methods. First, the traditional method, betting with your own money. You spot a business opportunity, want to start up, and gather 1 billion VND from your savings, loans from friends, and bank loans. This is debt-based investing. About 80% of entrepreneurs start this way. If you fail, creditors and banks seize all your assets, meaning you bet everything yourself and lose it all if you don't succeed. Second, the expert method, betting with other people's money. You create a PowerPoint pitch about your company's growth plan, invite friends and clients to invest, promising 100 billion VND in returns from a 1 billion VND investment. Then you sell 30% of the shares for 1 billion VND. If you can convince them, investors will step in. Even if the company flops, You still earn a salary for a few years without owing anyone. This is equity-based investing, using others' money to take the risk. Third, the ultimate expert method, earning a percentage from all bettors. At a higher level, you publicly raise capital from society. Each investor owns a share of the project and can share future profits. They could trade their shares. You inflate the company's valuation to 100 billion VND, and upon launch, you're worth tens of millions of dollars, looking for a chance to cash out and get rich instantly. This is issuing stocks. Big companies play this game. By the time investors jump in, the architects and house have already reaped rewards and are preparing to exit. Starting the same way, but with different identities, yields entirely different results. This is the difference between earning money, collecting money, and striking it rich. Gamblers earn money, the house collects money, and the casino owner strikes it rich. What separates these three groups? When everyone discovers a gold mine and rushes to dig, you join them, but there's no gold left to mine. What should you do? Don't join the gold diggers. Sell water, food, tools, and gold digging manuals on the way to the mine, profiting from those chasing gold. In this era, the essence of making money is profiting from those who want to make money. YouTube grew massive by earning from people trying to earn. Street vending boomed, but the first to profit weren't the vendors. They were the ones selling vending carts. A friend of mine struggled with live streaming, then created a live stream toolkit, sold it to other streamers, and suddenly hit it big. Airbnb owns no apartments or villas, yet people worldwide use their service to book stays. Hosts stay busy but earn little, while Airbnb, with just a phone app and no properties, reaches a market value of hundreds of billions of dollars. Look at yourself. Rent, utilities, payroll, working day and night. How much do you earn a year? Isn't that worth reflecting on? Taobao owns no inventory. Expedia owns no hotels. Trip owns no planes. Yet they earn far more than companies with goods, hotels, or aircraft. Why? The answer is simple. They're the casino owners. They profit from both the house, restaurants, hotels, airlines, and the gamblers' consumers. Stanley Ho opened countless casinos, but never gambled himself because he understood the game. True wealth doesn't come from gambling. It comes from profiting off gamblers. So don't gamble. Become a casino owner. Don't be a pawn, be the chess master. Here's a practical example. Understand this, and you'll never lack money again. Suppose you're great at making banh quan, Vietnamese steamed rice rolls, and want to open a shop to make money. Now, think carefully. Are you selling banh quan to earn money, or selling the banh quan shop to earn money? If a plate of banh quan costs 15,000 VND with a 5,000 VND profit, how many plates must you sell to make 100 billion VND? You need to sell 20 million plates, nearly impossible in a lifetime. But if you don't earn from selling banh quan and instead profit from selling the banh quan shop, everything changes. You could standardize the process, how to make banh quan, the filling recipes like McDonald's does. Then host seminars to sell franchises. Charge 50 million VND per franchise. 200 shops equal 10 billion VND. 2,000 shops equal 100 billion VND. That's not counting training fees, supplying rice flour, meat, vegetables, banh quan machines, and decor, all profitable steps. See why McDonald's and KFC can expand globally? They don't earn from restaurant customers. They earn from franchisees. Set up a factory in the suburbs to produce ready-made banh quan and sides, delivering them to shops. The shops just reheat and serve. The process is so simple a child could learn it in 3 days. No chefs needed, no reliance on skilled labor. This lets you scale. You become the architect, the casino owner, franchisees are the house, and customers are the gamblers. Whether the shops profit or lose, you still earn steadily. Your money comes not from customers, but from shop owners. Look at Trung Nguyen e-Coffee. Over 700 stores nationwide, more than 1,000 franchise contracts signed. Don't earn from selling coffee, earn from selling coffee shops. That's the difference between the casino owner and the gambler. True masters always grasp the danger of catching wolves barehanded. Why do smart, beautiful women sometimes marry awful, cheating men? These women aren't flawed or blind. They simply knew that man at the time and had no better options. It's the same in business. Many entrepreneurs open tea shops or breakfast stalls. Ventures where investment and profit don't align because they've never seen better models. Any business with high transaction costs and low returns isn't worth pursuing. For instance, I had a student with decades of experience in traditional medicinal massage, a true expert. But if he only charges 200,000 to 300,000 VNE per session, it's meaningless. Why? The transaction cost is too high. A 2-hour session drains his energy, plus he must rent a space, pay utilities, and cover other expenses. These costs drag him down. How many clients can he serve daily? As his strength fades, the work gets harder. What about tea shop or breakfast stall owners? Each tea order requires manual prep for just a few tens of thousands of VNE. Such models can't scale, and the time cost is too high. The right approach is either high volume at low prices or one-on-one at high prices, never one-on-one at low prices. For my massage student, I advise partnering with upscale spas and massage parlors, referring high-end clients to him. With his expertise in traditional medicine, premium clients trust him and pay for costly health packages. He splits profits 50-50 with the spa owners and gives 10% commission to staff to encourage referrals. He no longer needs a storefront, yet charges premium rates. Before, with his own shop, he served a mixed clientele for a few $100,000 per session. Now, with elite clients, he earns tens of millions per session with the same effort. No rent to worry about. How do you do low cost, high volume? Train technicians from these spas with skill courses. Charge 500,000 VND per student. 100 students equal 50 million VND. Low fees, but serving 100 once. That's low cost, high volume. Still, these are basic methods. No matter how hard he works, his reach remains limited. A higher level is short online videos, impacting tens of millions nationwide. That's lower cost, higher profit, like our videos. One shoot serves hundreds of thousands. McDonald's, KFC, Jollibee, Lateria, all are high volume, low price models. Headquarters supply ingredients and recipes, serving many simultaneously. Most people stay poor because they work one-on-one for low pay. Cashiers, delivery workers, waiters, all serving customers one at a time. Factory workers and office staff serve bosses one-on-one. But leaders? They serve multiple employees and customers at once. Now do you see why you're broke? Remember, there are no inferior people, only inferior mindsets. You need money, but more crucially, you need to upgrade your money-making mindset and ditch useless, flawed thinking. Future earning trends, now and in the next decade, will shift from offline to online, from selling products to selling knowledge, from product-focused to fan-focused thinking. Before, people sold clothes. Now they teach styling online. Before, they sold food. Now they teach cooking online. Everything's changing fast, and you're being left behind. Soon, how many people know you will determine how much you earn. Sadly, many live decades yet turn their lives into a mystery. In today's internet age, everyone has a chance to serve hundreds, even millions at low cost. One person can reach hundreds of thousands at once. A new concept. Why do online celebrities earn so much? They just sit, open their phones, and serve millions instantly. And you? Open a shop, spend on decor, stock, staff, and end up with no customers. Why? Everyone's on their phones while you're hunting clients on the street. In an age of planes and rockets, you're still driving an old tractor. How can you compete? If you or your product aren't on any online platform today, sorry, in 3 years, you'll be a relic, obsolete. This isn't a scare tactic. As the younger generation grows up, they'll consume everything online. If you're not ancient, what are you? Platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Shopee, and Lazada thrive on traffic-based earnings. YouTube even added Shopee carts to videos. TikTok, heard of it? It's where wealth sits now and for the next decade. Fail to tap into these high-traffic platforms, and no matter your business, you're headed for failure. The mobile internet trend is unstoppable. Yet, no matter how society evolves, some truths never change. Open your spiritual eyes to see the essence of things. When you encounter any model, grasp its core and think beyond it. The secret to having money chase you, to having customers chase you with cash, is what every boss dreams of. But most people chase customers with products daily. The harder you chase, the faster they run. Eventually, they avoid you like the plague, and you're left panting like a dog, complaining, "Damn, business is tough." So, study this. Why does chasing customers make them run faster? Simple. No one wants to be convinced. People want to be attracted. That's why some businesses thrive. Their secret is like a supermodel in a bikini waving at you. Irresistible. The trick is creating an allure so strong that customers seek you out, not the other way around. Become the casino owner, the architect, and craft value others can't ignore. Only then can you master the game, drawing attention, money, and lasting success. In short, think big, act big, and always seek to be the casino owner in your field. Don't settle for being a gambler or even a house. Be the one shaping the game, setting the rules, and profiting from the players. That's the path to prosperity and enduring success. I'd like to offer an example, hoping to spark deep reflection among you business owners. I believe everyone is familiar with Apple's iPhone. Think back to when you bought an iPhone. Did a salesperson approach and persuade you? Or did you proactively rush to an Apple store or retailer to buy it? The answer is the latter, right? In reality, no one introduces or convinces us to buy this product. Yet millions worldwide eagerly bring their money to stores to purchase iPhones. So how does a product achieve this without salespeople driving so many customers to buy it voluntarily? To explain this, we must first understand a crucial principle. Once you grasp it, you too can make your customers chase you with money in hand. Let's first analyze how people develop proactive buying behavior. To understand this, we can learn from the operations of major brands like Apple. When you think of the iPhone, an image of a premium, luxurious, and modern product instantly comes to mind. This isn't accidental. It's the result of decades-long brand-building strategy. Apple doesn't just sell phones. They sell a lifestyle, a trend people aspire to. They don't merely produce products. They tell compelling stories about them, creating a powerful image in consumers' minds. Next, Apple consistently generates desire for new products. They don't release products en masse, but launch them with grand events, capturing global attention. This is like creating a paradise everyone yearns to reach. Finally, Apple provides a bridge to that paradise. They build Apple stores with exceptional customer service, offer financing programs, and create a tightly integrated product ecosystem. These elements make owning an Apple product both accessible and enticing. Let's break down how Apple achieved such success. Step 1. They build an image of a prestigious, innovative brand. Step 2. They spark desire by introducing cutting-edge technology and breakthrough designs. Step 3. They provided easy ways for customers to own their products. This story isn't meant to shock or confuse anyone's emotions, but to clarify the significance of crafting an image, an enticing goal, paradise, and the means to reach it, the bridge, in attracting and retaining customers. It underscores the power of building a strong image, an appealing objective, and a pathway to achieve it. This can apply to various life domains, not just business, but also social and personal relationships. Next, I'll share a story with you. Through this tale, you'll gain a deeper understanding of the true meaning of image, paradise, and the bridge. This is a real event, a noteworthy incident that occurred on February 28, 2013, in Chengdu, Sichuan Province, China. On a local bridge called Jian Bridge, that afternoon, a man was crossing when suddenly a woman, possibly drunk, rushed out from somewhere, pinned him to the ground, stripped off his pants, and forcefully mounted him. After some resistance, the man was eventually overpowered, and the woman raped him. After the incident, the man ran to the local police station to report it. The police took the matter seriously and immediately launched an investigation. As a result, news of the event spread rapidly. In the days that followed, groups of men, 20, 30, then 50, gathered at Jian Bridge. Eventually, thousands of men assembled there, raising their hands and shouting, "Big sister, come back." The scene became chaotic. nearly turning into a local tourist hotspot. If someone had sold food and drinks there, they could have made tens of thousands of VND in a day. Ultimately, Chengdu police had to deploy significant manpower and effort to disperse the crowd and regain control of Jian Bridge. After hearing this story, you might think, this is unbelievable. What were those men thinking? One fool I can understand, but thousands, tens of thousands, all fools? Did they really think they'd find that woman again? If it were me, I wouldn't go. I'm certainly not that stupid. Would you go? I don't know if you're foolish, but thousands, tens of thousands went. That's an undeniable fact. The key here is, can you put yourself in their shoes and think from their perspective? If our customers pursued our products like these men, wouldn't that be incredible? I'll tell you this. As long as you understand human nature, you can ensure your company's marketing strategy achieves similar results. In reality, the first men who went to Jian Bridge might have known what they were doing. But those who came later had no clue. They just saw others going and followed along. In truth, our customers are the same. The first in line know what they're doing, but those behind them, seeing others queue up, naturally join in. Most people buying products don't really know why they're buying. In their minds, there's just one thought. Everyone else is buying, so I should too. Let me analyze this from a marketing perspective. Why does this happen? First, that man being raped by a woman made him an idol to all men. The happiness of being overpowered by a woman became a paradise for men. But only by going to Jian Bridge could they reach this paradise. The bridge became the bridge for the entire event. In business marketing, without an idol, paradise, and bridge, customers won't chase after us with money in hand. 4 core principles to understand the essence of money asterisk. 1. The 4 most profitable types of money asterisk. 1. Money from information disparity. I know what you don't. In the past, some fields were lucrative due to information asymmetry, creating an imbalance between sellers and buyers. This gave rise to middlemen who profited from it. But as information becomes more transparent, sellers and buyers can connect directly anytime, and middlemen quickly disappear. The era of profiting from price gaps will end. 2. Money from cognitive disparity. I understand what you don't. The future of commerce will shift from product information asymmetry to cognitive asymmetry. All money-making is an act of exploiting the less aware. Those with higher awareness always profit from those with lower awareness. That's why people at different levels say entirely different, even opposing things. 3. Money from execution. I know, you know, but you don't act, I do. 4. Money from core competitiveness. You understand, I understand, but I do it better. I teach you, but you still can't replicate it. 2. Conform to others' human nature asterisk. To win people's hearts, you must satisfy their desires. Simply put, for capable people, know what they like and dislike, and provide what they like to get them to join you. Truly talented individuals need to overcome barriers of money and emotion. Business is a game of trading small money for big money. Human nature is desire. By stimulating and controlling desire, you can control people's hearts. If you could design a game that distributes money and fame, making others work hard out of desire, you'll succeed. Internal management and logistics asterisk internally share more money than the industry average. The talented eat meat, the average drinks soup, the foolish gnaw bones. For logistics, 3 people do the work of 5 and get paid for 4. External strategy asterisk externally always make others feel they're gaining. Human nature is greed. As long as they feel they're benefiting, they'll keep coming back to buy. Xiaomi, Pinduoduo, and Shopee exemplify this, catering to people's love for cheap yet quality goods, growing into giants. Attract users up front, profit later. If you only seek profit up front, you'll essentially earn nothing. 3. Resist your own human nature asterisk. To progress endlessly, you must resist your own nature. Animals naturali prafe confort zonas. Most animals, once full, just bask in the sun. Humans, though more evolved, still carry the gene of laziness. To stand out, you must do what others won't. Overcome your own nature. While others watch TV, you read. While others play games, you study. While others daydream, you act. While others waste time, you seize it. Conform to others' nature, resist your own, and you'll surpass most capable people. 4. Problems equal money asterisk. The poor think they want money. But think carefully. Who constantly dreams of money daily? Yes, beggars. So, those who only think about wanting money will remain poor. Money is just a natural reward for solving someone's problem. What you need isn't money. It's figuring out what problems you can solve for whom. When you identify a problem you can address, people will naturally hand you money. Jack Ma found a way to make business easy for everyone. Steve Jobs found a way to change the world with phones. We found a way to spread knowledge about human nature and commercial warfare, so no one starts a business at a loss. What have you found? When you clearly realize what problem you'll solve in this life, your life will ascend to a higher stage. Small problems yield small rewards. Big problems yield big rewards. The poor have a hunter's mindset, always seeking to take advantage, relying on luck, starting over yearly. The rich have a farmer's mindset, sowing seeds bit by bit, nurturing, creating value, contributing. First benefit others, then reap long-term gains yourself. Remember, the greatest enemy of making money is always thinking about getting rich quick. The secret to starting a business with no cost asterisk. I often hear people complain, "I'm too poor." I say, "Then start a business." They reply, "How can I start without money?" In truth, starting a business isn't heavily tied to money. For example, if an ad says, "Invest a little and stably profit," do you think such a golden opportunity would fall to you? Financial tycoons with vast capital, would they miss such a chance? Capital's nature is to chase profit, and their instincts are far sharper than the average person's. Even with some money, how can you compete with them? Projects that profit just by throwing money in aren't meant for us. Remember, starting a business is starting a business. Investing is investing. Starting a business earns money from people. Investing makes money from money. They're different. To excel in business, don't be a beggar. Beggars get exploited. Anyone directly pitching a specific project is an exploiter, no exceptions. Projects that launch nationwide instantly make the top tier rich while draining ordinary people's hard-earned savings. Cognitive awareness is one class crushing another. Jack Ma once said, "Starting a business means walking your own path. If you believe someone will hand you benefits, you won't succeed." Many dream of riding a big wave to pick up money, but in a stable market, without real strength, you'll become a sacrificial pawn. Mindset and differences in business asterisk. Some say, "The world's so big, with so many people. Why just me?" That's not wrong. The mistake is everyone thinks that way. Over the past 2 years, money in our market has been like flies. Wherever there's a cent, we swarm. Then the money explodes, and headless flies seek the next target. People often say, if you can't excel at a salaried job, don't talk about starting a business. Never believe that. Whoever says it has likely never started a business, but pretends to be profound. Salaried work and entrepreneurship are entirely different mindsets. One's a king's mindset, the other's a commoner's. Great employees often struggle to start businesses. Great entrepreneurs can excel as hunting dogs. Bosses are bosses. Employees are employees. Their essence is fundamentally different and unchangeable. Types of entrepreneurs asterisk. 1. Resource aggregators asterisk no money, no skills, no products. They specialize in partnering with others, setting up a game, profiting from the middle. If it fails, they move on. They don't invest their own money anyway, often called empty-handed white wolves. 2. Investors asterisk research fast money industries and invest. One line, "You need money, I have it, but share the profits with me." 3. Equity partners asterisk they have their own careers, are valued by others, and invited as partners. They usually have expertise in a field. In reality, it's not much different from salaried work, just a higher tier. 4. Bleeding heads asterisk seeing others buy cars from startups. They dive in without effective methods. Most fail repeatedly, lacking clear business awareness, relying only on passion. Success isn't impossible, but the odds are slim. Orthodox trend followers blindly chase trends. Whatever others do, they follow. They flock to red oceans, hot industries. Entrepreneurship's essence is avoiding competition, following others while thinking they're visionary roosters when they're just cannon fodder. 6. Professional prey *, mostly newcomers with no core skills, no methodology, unwilling to invest time, effort, or risk. They dream of quick riches, easily exploited, losing money, energy, and connections. They think they're entrepreneurs, but they're just being used. They see themselves as hooks, but are really the fish. Mindset and awareness are the keys to entrepreneurship *. The public startup success rate is low for two main reasons. 1. Lack of a business cognitive system *. Imagine buying a new car without learning to drive. Worse, you must drive it tomorrow. For a self-driving trip, isn't that insane? Such an approach naturally risks crashes, damage, and casualties. 2. Lack of necessary testing * with a 54-card deck. You want the black joker. You draw more times. Some get on the first draw, others on the last. With enough tries, you'll eventually succeed. That's why you shouldn't invest too much in a startup. Preserve resources. If it fails, retreat, pivot. Never go all in once, or failure leaves you unable to recover. Today, starting a business means low-cost trial and error, with enough attempts and quick pivots. Don't bet everything on traditional industries like gambling. Business logic has long changed. Remember, 1. You don't need capital to start. Sell intellect, courses, audio, videos, ideas. 2. Selling on Lazada or Shopee isn't easy anymore. Some profit by exploiting the public's tech ignorance, helping order and pay for foreign goods. 3. On TikTok, Facebook, Zalo groups, people sell private courses, flirting, yoga, weight loss, and more. 4. A friend in a rural village set up computers to help people scan codes, register, and unlock blocked WeChat, earning over 400 million VND yearly. 5. On YouTube, TikTok, Beta, Facebook, film reviewers download videos from Douyin, Weibo, or foreign platforms, translate them with tools, and post locally. Monthly income can hit hundreds of millions. 6. Bold guys live stream mysterious events, gaining massive followings. One episode out-earns regular jobs. 7. Fashion creators, teams, and video uploaders. A pretty girl dressing up or filming styling tips with affiliate links rakes in cash. Countless examples of online money-making exist. You're not failing to earn. You lack the mindset to earn. Those shouting daily about investing to get rich are scammers. Real money-making happens quietly. Insiders won't tell, outsiders won't believe. When your mindset shifts, the market opens. Never think you know it all. Those who do are the real fools. Compass for entrepreneurs *. Blindly copying big companies when starting out almost certainly dooms you. A camel crosses the desert. A rabbit asks, "What's the secret to crossing?" The camel spouts lofty words like perseverance, effort. The rabbit sets off confidently. The next day, its corpse is found in the desert. The camel's words were true, but omitted its hump, which stores water and food. In the startup phase, to survive, find the strongest competitors, go undercover as an employee, study their products, services, and models, then adapt and hybridize. Don't rent fancy offices or hire staff. Just a few co-founders fighting together. Your costs stay lower than competitors, letting you sell cheaper. Start by earning from acquaintances, secure initial funds, then upgrade products, services, marketing, and expand. Investing heavily upfront risks high failure. This world follows jungle laws. Animals hunt with claws, humans control with minds. One class can dominate another by knowing secrets others don't. The secret lies in mastering human nature. Next, I'll share an invaluable weapon for you business owners. 5 leadership power tactics. Master them, and those around you will obey. 1. Design systems to control instincts *. Human nature has a bright side and a dark one. A saying rings true. No betrayal happens unless the price isn't high enough. When benefits reach a certain level, the dark side awakens. Never trust human nature. Only rules and systems can restrain its darkness. They say grave robbing takes 2. One digs for jewels, the other pulls them up. Early on, the puller often betrayed the digger for the loot. So, it evolved into father-son teams. Yet sons still abandoned fathers. Finally, a rule emerged. Sons dig, fathers pull. Betrayal stopped. This is the prototype of system building. 7 people live together, sharing a pot of porridge daily. Initially, they drew lots to decide who divided it. 1 person daily. Each week, they ate well only on their day. Then they chose a virtuous person to divide it. People bribed and flattered him, corrupting the group. Finally, they devised a method. Rotate the divider, but the divider picks last after others choose. To avoid the smallest share, dividers strove for fairness. Harmony ensued. Life improved. Same 7 people, different rules, different outcomes, born from understanding human nature. All systems must assume human flaws. A great leader deeply understands this. Many seem polite and team-spirited. Don't believe it's innate or purely from education. Germans habitually hold doors for others. Some say they're born noble. Not quite. After the Federal Republic of Germany's founding, the government set rules. For example, injuring someone by carelessly closing a door requires unconditional compensation and aid. Specific enforceable rules, traffic obedience, queuing, over time became habits, civilizing society. Design systems distrusting human nature, and they'll succeed. Many leaders fail with subordinates by overly trusting human nature. Kindness with a soft hand as a boss is handing others a knife to stab you. Leading teams, a good system turns bad people good. A bad system turns good people bad. A great system balances trust and oversight. 2. Power balancing technique, asterisk. Also called the weakling tactic. Don't let subordinates gain too much power or dependency. It weakens you. Even if strategy demands promoting someone, soon promote another to balance it. When their power grows too large, it threatens you. Balancing disperses their strength, preventing any side from dominating. If one betrays, others attack the traitor. A boss can't rely only on the loyal or the cunning. When the loyal grow strong, use the cunning. When the cunning grows strong, use the loyal. This balances loyalty and cunning. Reading history, I wondered why emperors snubbed the loyal for the cunning. Later, I realized when the loyal grow too powerful, they threaten the emperor. Using the cunning controls the loyal. A great boss constantly balances loyal and cunning forces. The more they fight, the safer your power. If they stop, they'll turn on you. After Liu Bang won the empire, he spent 8 years eliminating threatening vassals, granting lands to kin. History shows kin vassals weren't more reliable. Non-kin vassals aimed to secede. Kin vassals aimed for the throne. With his political wisdom, Liu Bang knew this. He didn't kill all founding heroes. Those unennobled were mostly spared. Northward Huns required fighters, and these vassals balanced Liu's kin lords, who balanced the vassals. Liu Bang controlled both from the center. After his death, kin lords rebelled. Spared vassals quelled them swiftly. Training nationwide, we see bosses threatened by dominant cunning factions daily. Master balancing and team management becomes easy. Power safety is a boss's lifeblood. In every decision, prioritize power security. Guard against standardized power managers. Prevention isn't about their skill, prestige, or goodness. It's about rebellion potential. If a manager could rebel, find a reason to remove them. Rebellion stems not from intent, but from capability. Why did Qing's Kangxi eliminate Ao Bai and Wu Sangue? They belittled him but dared not rebel. In ancient times, emperorhood wasn't about ability, but legitimacy, royal blood. A 7 or 8-year-old royal still garnered support. An unclear lineage, even capable, faced universal opposition. Ao Bai and Wu Sangue didn't dare rebel. Kangxi removed them because they could. Even at great cost, they had to go. Handling such figures requires power cunning, not direct force. Use subtle maneuvers to oust them smoothly. Standard procedures give them prep time. A rebellion-capable person can wreak havoc. They might strike before you safely remove them. First, isolate them. Cook the frog in warm water. Shift them from key roles, trim their power, erode their support. Then set task traps, rendering them defenseless. This efficiently removes powerful, non-compliant managers. Too much transparency or principal yields poor results. In Western Han, vassals grew too strong, threatening Emperor Jing. Chao Qiuo urged cutting their power, sparking the Seven Kingdoms Revolt, nearly costing Jing his throne. Jing killed Chao Qiuo to prove to the kingdoms that downsizing wasn't his idea, but Chao's error. Poor Chao became a scapegoat. Facing a similar crisis, Emperor Wu, Jing's son, used a cleverete in order. Vassals in 7 states acted like kings, easily able to attack Wu. He dispersed their power by appointing their kin as officials, brothers as mayors, nephews as governors. With power split and kin in office, they prioritized self-interest, resisting vassal commands. Later, vassals struggled to rally them against Wu. A brilliant Te-in tactic, nominally a favor, actually a power cut. 3. The most powerful brainwashing art asterisk. A business is like a kingdom. The boss is the king, senior managers are nobles, employees are commoners. Thus, a boss's people management art is emperor's craft. First, clarify. What emperors and commoners learn is opposite. Likewise, bosses and employees should learn oppositely. To master people management, follow 2 rules. First, reject ideas you once thought right. Second, accept ideas you once thought wrong. You learn truth, goodness, beauty, employee thinking. Now, learn a boss's schemes and tactics. For great success, love employees and customers with a big heart. But that's not enough. Many truth, goodness, beauty bosses get outwitted by staff. We need fierce tactics to control teams, achieving our shared dreams with employees. A great boss blends compassion with ruthless strategy. How to brainwash employees. First focus, change their value perception asterisk, the hardest step, requiring constant propaganda and affirmation. A person's life views form early. Changing them is like rewiring their brain to what we want. How? The 3-character classic says, half the intellects rules the world, said by Song Chancellor Zhao Pu. This made me realize many bosses seek employee management in the intellects. Training nationwide, I see bosses clutching it, thinking mastery manages staff. My mouth twists into a smirk. Half the intellects rules the world isn't wrong, but it's not for you to manage employees. Confucius wrote it to brainwash commoners for emperors, using 3 bonds, 5 virtues, benevolence, propriety, justice, wisdom, trust to bind their minds, strip independent thought, and enforce sheep-like education. Naturally, they're easier to manage. The intellects is for employees to read. Bosses clutching it brainwash themselves into uselessness. If your company doesn't collapse, it's unworthy of your intellect's efforts. For positive employee energy, have them read the I Ching daily. As an employee, I tried it once daily, great mood. For motivation, show inspiring films or stories of disabled success. But daily sourcing books and films is inconvenient. Combine brainwashing ideas into a corporate culture, easier to implement. In short, make employees what you want by having them read those ideas daily. Key point, they must read themselves. Don't lecture daily, it's futile. Recall how teachers taught us, writing pig on the board, making us repeat it, copy it 10 times nightly. Years later, seeing it, we unwaveringly say pig. Changing values requires repeating one idea. Note, if your business model lacks profit and you won't share money with employees, brainwashing won't work. Don't exploit them. If brainwashing aims to deceive, your business will die. It's to make the team fiercer, realizing shared wealth dreams for the company and staff. Second key, change their environment asterisk herd, build a new nest to summon the phoenix. Humans have 2 basic needs, mental happiness, physical comfort. Training many bosses, we see thriving firms share this. Beyond higher than industry pay, bosses prioritize staff living perks, good food, lodging, even daily essentials provided. Everyone knows Huawei. Boss Ren Jingfei offers China's best employee perks. Huawei staff might eat and live better than you, the owner. Many think Ren's kind, but no. He gives top living perks so their bodies adapt to comfort. Leaving it becomes unbearable. That's why Huawei staff rarely get poached. Humans adapt easily from poverty to wealth, but not from wealth to poverty. A saying goes, to ruin someone, keep them in comfort. Long enough they can't leave it. 4. The art of psychological conquest asterisk. In ancient times, a potent technique controlled minds. Mind capture. At a friend's house, if they ask, want a drink? Most say, no need. But if they say, coffee or green tea, which do you want? Surveys show most pick one. You didn't want a drink, so why does the second question make you choose? That's mind capture, forcing others into your frame, achieving your goal. The subconscious reacts mechanically. Walking, someone says, take my picture, thanks. Most grab the camera without knowing why. Few refuse, help me snap a photo. Some guys wooing girls ask, can you be my girlfriend? High rejection odds. But skipping the ask, grabbing her hand during karaoke or a movie and not letting go, often succeeds. She's pushed into a mechanical response. On a street, 2 noodle shops. At shop A, staff ask, need an egg? Many say, no at shop B, 1 egg or 2 with your noodles? Most reply, 1's fine. 2 salespeople sell the same product. Customer says, too expensive. Salesperson A, not pricey. It's high quality, that's why it costs. Customer leaves. Salesperson B, wish it were cheaper? Can I toss in some gifts? Customer, stunned, says sure. B adds, I'll get a discount and gift set. Wait a sec. Oddly, the customer buys. Mind capture breaks fixed thinking, pushing them to a blank brain state, lowest energy point. 5. Maintain mystery asterisk. In 1932, de Gaulle, former French president, said, no prestige without mystery, for familiarity breeds contempt. Only by hiding like a deity in a deep temple can one radiate majesty. Plans or actions must be unpredictable. He also said, I'm a loner, and I love that solitude. 3,000 years ago, in Media, a tribe's leader, Dees, was revered for virtue. Village disputes, over wells or trees, sought his fair judgment. Other elders grew senile, took bribes, turned corrupt. Dees grew fairer with age, becoming the tribe's justice god. One day, tired, Dees announced retirement, retreating. Without him, the tribe lost its pillar, splitting into endless disputes no one could resolve. They begged Dees back. He refused repeatedly, but relented under pleas with a condition. Build a deep palace, hire guards, let him live hidden forever. Seek him only via a trusted envoy. Even weakly servants saw him once. His mystery made his authority inviolable. He became Media's king, expanding its lands, laying foundations for a greater empire, Persia, today's Iran. A boss, while friendly with staff, must keep absolute physical distance. Thoughts unreadable, a certain mystique. Only without close ties can you ensure safety and authority. Bonding closely with anyone guarantees future management hurdles. Finally, a few words for you asterisk. Human nature is inherently selfish and ambitious. Manage it well to achieve your goals, not just trust it blindly. Remember, no noble or lowly people, only useful or useless ones. The difference? Useful people's drive can be ignited to work, not suppressed. That's the right approach. Accept this. The world's a grand game. The weak see it as unpredictable. The strong see it as governed by laws. A vast cognitive gap, insufficient effort, and cruel fate. We can only change fate amid hardship. Effort is the limit of the ordinary. Changing fate breaks through. Let me clarify. Changing fate isn't aimless fighting, but seizing what you understand and can handle, then battling fiercely. The fastest runner often wears no shoes. It's about mindset, not finance. Grab opportunities, focus on goals, control risks. All risks stem from leaving no escape. Escape isn't a backup plan, but financial surplus. In all endeavors, build a habit. Even if a project fails, you still have funds to manage and restart. The hardest part is always 0 to 1, not 1 to infinity. So seize chances, set clear goals, but no limits, and maintain control. A single coin can stump a hero. People split into 3 types. Type 3 never think or act on others' mistakes. Type 2 act only after understanding why mistakes happen. Type 1 ignore reasons, see results, good or bad, and act. My advice, better a fool who earns money than a genius who doesn't. Ultimately, life's a notebook. You write every page, merit or fault, right or wrong. It's not dictated by others, but flows from your decisions based on your understanding. That's it.